啊。 The slave trader's statue, just a few hundred metres from the former Colston Hall.